Well, in 2004, I was diagnosed with stage 4 prostate cancer. I elected to have surgery. It was a 50-50 chance. I was taking a chance where the surgery would even cure me. But I elected to have a prostatectomy. It turned out in post-surgery analysis, I had cancer that was in my lymph system.
I had had surgery, a pile of drugs during surgery, but I felt very, very strange. And I asked the doctor, can I stop taking this stuff? And he said, no, go ahead and finish it. And by the time I was done, I was a completely different person. I can't exaggerate how bad I felt. It's not really possible to. I was absolutely overwhelmed with panic. My heart was absolutely pounding as fast as a human heart can be, combined with bottomless sadness.
I remember getting this sharp stabbing pain right over here on my left side. It was so intense that I was, huddled up, curled up in a ball. I went for about 6 weeks till I was diagnosed, which was, Christmas Eve. The doctor Christmas Eve morning, come in and said, white cells this, T cells this, hemoglobin this, red cells this, just reeled everything off. Leukemia.
I threw myself at conventional doctors and said, okay, well, I gotta be fixed, so fix me. I had tremendous pressure from my family and my own inner self saying, well, you want to live, don't you? You just better follow the advice of the doctors. And 6 months later, I was a ruined man. My cognitive awareness, my muscle mass, my energy level, I was simply ruined. And I was told that this is the life that you have to live in order if you want to sustain yourself and live having this cancer.
When you're feeling the way that I was feeling, rational thoughts really aren't possible. It took every ounce of my strength to get up off the couch. It took every bit of strength I could muster to have an interaction with the postman. Quite frankly, I was desperate, absolutely desperate.
When the doctors took out my hips, the one doctor up in Canada was like, it crumbled like an egg in his hand. It was that dead. It was brutal. I couldn't stand up, I couldn't walk, I couldn't sit down, I couldn't sleep, I couldn't lie down, I couldn't do nothing. A normal person's pain threshold of 10 is probably my 4. At this point, I was at like an 8, 9, or 10, like way up there. If you're not feeling good physically, you're not going to be feeling good mentally. So it just was hand in hand for me. And later on, when the pain got a bit better, the depression was still there.
I didn't know where to go. I was clueless. I went to the psychiatrist. She immediately said, this is not a psychiatric issue. You need to go see a doctor. Make sure you go see a functional medical doctor. I had no clue what that was.
And I said, this is just not a life. I can't live like this. I was clinically depressed. And I came to you, having known you through your psychological services, and I said, I'm not doing well, and I need help.
Well, I've been a patient of yours since August 2009. The holistic approach to what I'm doing right now, by far, is probably the best thing I could have done. The intravenous stuff you've done, the mental stuff you've done, I think that's just the talking. Everything, it's not just like, come in, get a prescription, you're done. It's everything,
We started with vitamin C infusions, and we started with diet and supplements. We looked at my body's chemistry, and we put together a program of health restoration.
My layman's perspective understanding is I built up a level of toxicity and essentially tipped over. Immediately, you started me on a detox. And I can say, almost immediately, I did feel a difference. I would have flashes, very brief flashes of hope, and I felt almost normal just then for that moment.
Well, the progression was, night and day. I mean, doing yoga now, and I took my first few strides running the other day, and I never thought I'd be able to run again.
Now I can look back and go, it's gonna happen. There's an end to this. I'm gonna get better. I'm gonna be back to normal.
It's like getting overhauled, and for the better.
And it's not an easy task at first, because this is something that you have to adopt a new lifestyle around. And you have to do the work. And once you do the work and you become empowered, there's no going back.